Well, it is a sellout at Girona's Montilivi Stadium for tonight's Costa Brava Trophy match as Arsenal begin their preparations for the new season. More than 14,000 are inside this diminutive little ground, including around 1,000 travelling Gunners fans, eager for a first look at Mikel Arteta's side this summer. There are fresh faces in the squad, familiar ones still to return, and of course plenty of opportunities for youngsters to stake their claim before the competitive action begins at home to Coventry City in just 20 days' time. Tonight is the very first step on that journey. Mikel Arteta is now the Premier League's longest-serving manager, preparing for his 7th full season in charge. He has called, as Perry says, for excellence to be Arsenal's standard now and to attack the future as well. Girona's top-flight relegation resulted in 13 players leaving for greener pastures this summer, but there are still some recognisable Premier League exports in their 11. Donny van der Beek and Alex Moreno represented 4 clubs in England's top tier. Paulo Gazzaniga and Brian Hill both turned out at the other end of the Seven Sisters Road. Several senior Arsenal players are still to return after the World Cup, but Mikel Arteta can still call on 4 of the players who started May's Champions League final in Budapest. Summer signing Christos Tzolis also comes straight into the side on the left, while 16-year-old Max Dowman gets a chance to impress on the right in Bukayo Saka and Noni Madueke's absence. Oh, that's beautifully done by Dowman, and it's Kai Havertz! The man who scores Arsenal's final goal of last season is the man who opens up their pre-season campaign. But how much does he owe to the architect, 16-year-old Max Dowman?
If you wanted just to encapsulate Max Dowman in 2-3 seconds of action, that is exactly it.
And the other thing about all of these Hale End graduates that are coming through, they're not afraid to take risks like that one there. As Havertz was looking to lay it across the face of goal for Gyökeres, but more invention coming from the boots of a Hale End Academy graduate.
Yeah, we see that's Kai Havertz again, who's got that licence just to roam across the front line.
Martinez going for goal, and Kepa had his angles well covered.
Yeah, it was worth an effort from Martinez. He's coming in from the right back position.
Winery, Calafiori, flicked on, here is Tzolis. Gyökeres couldn't get there, Dowman couldn't either. Girona back in their numbers. They wanted the offside flag.
Tzolis has got to be more ruthless there.
So many options in there. Away by Beltran. Tzolis' ball in, it's flicked on by Mosquera. Still yet to score for the Gunners, Christian Mosquera. Somehow that works its way to Calafiori. Now out to Tzolis. Up against Martinez again, is Tzolis going for goal, and Tzolis finding the bottom corner. Well, the Arsenal fans who have packed inside this small stadium would have loved to have seen what all the fuss was about, and he has just given them a glimpse. He's been buzzing, he's been lively in this opening half hour, and he gets his reward as well. The Gunners lead by 2-0. Jesus flicks it on for Max Dowman, who can turn away and start dribbling into the area. He's been told to get back to his feet by Marta Huerta, the referee.
Good close control again from Max Dowman, gets himself away from Moreno. Just looks to cut inside Lopez. Marta Huerta, the referee, says nowhere near a penalty.
Mosquera, that one's a brilliant ball in, and it was a thunderous header from the captain, Arnau Martinez. Well, they barely had a sniff at Kepa's goal in the first half. But since the interval, they've come out with renewed optimism. And it's their captain who has absolutely punched that into the far corner. He's done it again here, it's Max Dowman! Well, he doesn't need a second invitation. This boy is special. An assist to his name already. And this time he's able to take the glory for himself.
Yeah, Max Dowman, he says that's just what I do.
He, of course, was used perhaps a bit cautiously at times as an impact sub last season. Mikel Arteta very sensible with how he used a 15, 16-year-old in the top flight of English football. This one's going to break here for Gabriel Jesus. A poacher's finish to take this game well away from Girona. And it's good to see a smile back on Gabriel Jesus' face.
Yeah, it's a really good finish. Just an over-elaboration from Girona, just trying to play out from the back. And again, no hesitation. First time, gives Gazzaniga absolutely no chance.
Now it comes down Arsenal's left with Tzolis. Dowman waiting for support from Wright before floating one in himself, and Jesus left that.
So Dowman just trying to ease it in. Maybe Gabriel Jesus can gamble a little bit and get himself in front of Francis.
Oh, that one is loose though. And Kepa came to Dowman's rescue.
There's Van Aert 1v1 with Kepa. Kepa making sure that he doesn't commit himself, and he actually says to Van Aert, you've got to beat me, I'm not going to make your mind up.
There's a bit of space opening up here for Martinez. Great ball across. And Ruiz was denied by Ian Meslier on his Arsenal debut. Back in towards the box, Meslier stayed and then threw a right arm towards that for the second time.
Really good delivery from the left-hand side from Hill.
Nelson. And Anus on the overlap. Nelson can clip that one in. It was O'Neill who was jumping, and that one's come off the frame of the goal.
Reece Nelson just trying to ease it into the 18-yard box. Comes up to O'Neill, just gets up nice and early, but can't quite get himself over the top of the ball.
Oh, clever ball over the top, and it was Meslier who was required to make the save again. Make that 3 good stops inside his penalty area on his Arsenal debut.
Great little ball from Martin.
There it is then, a comprehensive victory for Mikel Arteta over his fellow countryman Kai Havertz. And more importantly, he will be delighted to have seen all of his players get through the game unscathed. And some of them showing really promising, positive, encouraging performances as well. We spoke about the senior players who had half an hour of action before they were substituted, rotated, given a breather, but the youngsters really shining this evening.
Yeah, very much so. We mentioned obviously about Marley Salmon coming on and just looking very assured in the left side centre-half position. I was impressed with Ibrahim, you know, in that sort of, shall we say, the last sort of 25 minutes, playing in centre midfield, getting himself on the ball, and going into the first half of Christos Tzolis, making his debut in inverted commas for Arsenal, you know, in the first team, but very lively.
Still the same, those youngsters having a phenomenal experience at the end of this first leg of pre-season. A training camp in Girona, and Arsenal are the Costa Brava Trophy champions in 2026.